GreatLakesBass.com presents Opening Day 2010 Catch and Immediate Release Bass Season.
Here today, it's opening day of Michigan Catch and Release bass fishing in 2010 on one of my favorite spring lakes, shallow, lots of cover, and we're going to try to catch this bass. I think I see a bass up shallow. I'm not 100% sure if there's a fish here. It's hard to see because of the haze and the cloud cover and the winds, but that also means it's hard for the fish to see me, so it's kind of works out both ways. Usually this time of year, if you get a bait in front of them and you haven't spooked them, you're going to catch them. So I didn't catch them. I'm going to give them one more try just in case, since I think I see a fish. I'm not positive. Throw past him so I don't spook him. And reel right into where I think the fish is sitting. Let it float down in there real slow, and because the water is still pretty cold, it's 59 degrees approximately. It's not really warming up because of the weather we've had with the wind and the overcast, but so the fish are a little lethargic. You got to fish slower, so that must not be a fish, but I think I see another fish right up here, so we're going to sneak up on him. One nice thing when it's real windy like this, it makes it a lot easier for you to sneak up on these shallow fish like this. Just kind of let the X-worm float down in there and do that nice tail flutter down into the wood next to it. Sometimes you gotta let it sink all the way right to the bottom. Even let it sit for a few seconds, which is not easier for me, but when they're shallow like this, you gotta be real stealthy. It's almost like deer hunting. You gotta sneak up on them and stalk them. So I'm pretty sure I see a fish up here. So if I can get a good catch and see if I can get him to bite. Looks like a halfway decent bass too, a largemouth bass. The thing you want to make sure is you get a good cast in there and make sure you have your hook exposed, buried back in the plastic so that you're not going to snag up on the wood, because there's a lot of wood on this shore, and that's why the fish are kind of hanging out on it. There we go, right behind him. See if that gets him. Haven't caught a lot of fish today, but it's been steady and caught some decent ones. It's been fun, very fun. A nice opening day for a day that looked like it was going to rain and storm, and instead we get just an overcast, kind of chilly, breezy day. I don't mind that. Danny Brower says hook sets are free, so swing and a miss. We'll give them another try here and see if we can get them. Sometimes that turns them on too when you do that. Move it real fast, kind of like a cat toy, playing with a cat. There we go. Right behind him. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. There we go. Oh, I got it. Let's pull it a little bit and grab it. Not much of a grab, you get all things there. Just a small one, just a small male bass. Smart one. Get hooked with him. There we go. Oh, hooked him right in the edge of the chin. It's a little male largemouth bass, Michigan bass. Opening day of 2010 catch and release bass season. So we don't want to hold him out of the water too long. See his top fin's a little wore out, but his tail fin's actually in pretty good shape. So doesn't look like he's worked real hard for, he's got a couple tears in it. That's pretty common. Usually they get a little bloody and worn out. He wants to go. Oh, there he goes. That was fun. bigger male. Yeah, solid fish. Like it. Floating those X-worms down slowly into those weeds. Made him hook good. Male. Probably. I don't know how to tell. Pretty heavy fish for a size. That was fun. I love that. Let's go do that again.
Well, as you can tell, I'm not out on the water right now with Dan and camera guy, but Dan did want me to take a moment and tell you a little bit about the bait that they're using. They're using a 5-inch X-worm by Extreme Bass Tackle in Slither. Now, there are a couple ways to rig this. One is you can Texas rig it, which is what they're doing today. They're throwing out, letting it fall slow, and that's how they're getting their fish. Another way is to wacky rig it. Now, Slither is part of the top 3 all-time Extreme Bass Tackle colors, Slither being number 3. But from this point, which is opening day, through June, Slither can be number 1. And it's a good thing too, because then even Dan can catch fish. Just kidding, Dan. However, this bait is easy to use, and it does catch fish.
Before I got the camera rolling, Dan and I both caught some pretty decent largemouth. Shortly after the segment you've just seen, the skies opened up and the rain came down and ended our day.